Yes, it was 2018. In 2018, I got really worried about the way parenting was going in our times. And I was genuinely angry, right? Like I was angry. What was happening around me? And I knew that if nothing was done about the parenting that I saw, as at that time, there was going to be a problem. So in 2018, we got the mandate to start the Intentional Parent Academy. And we went live 1st January 2018. But that wasn't enough. We needed platforms. We needed avenues to be able to reach people, to be able to teach, educate, and get people to understand that parenting was a big job. And then we got a mandate to start the Intentional Parent Academy Annual Conference. We started in the same year in 2018. Join me as I walk you through the journey of the Intentional Parent Academy Annual Conference in the past 6 years. We have evolved. It's been a journey. Join me as I take you through that journey today. The Intentional Parent Annual Conference was just a subset of this mandate that have been given to me. So I knew that if nothing is done, we were headed for a disaster. So in my anger, I moved. And that was one of the biggest decisions I would have to take in my life. And thinking about it now in retrospect, if they had told me that this is what it takes to be able to uphold a mandate like this, honestly, I can't be truthful to you, I would say that I'm not doing this anymore. And you know, the TIP annual conference became a subset, and it was our way of giving back to the world. It was our way of saying that, see, parenting is not about tips and hacks. There is more that we need to offer. Now, within the broader scope of the Intentional Parenting Mission, the TIP annual conference emerged as a way for us to actually do our mandate in a bigger scale. Now, our journey commenced in 2018, not knowing exactly how we would accomplish our goals. So I tell you a very funny story. So when we got the mandate to host the conference, you know, I went ahead and I said to myself, who do I tell that I want to do a conference online and stream online? It wasn't a common thing 6 years ago. And then moreover, it wasn't even something people believed in. Like, you're teaching us intentional parenting. Who are you? Why are you teaching us intentional parenting? Like, you're teaching us parenting. We already know how to parent. So it was not something that people wanted to key into. It wasn't something people wanted to become part of. Now, there were 3 people who were giving to us on the journey that today I do not take for granted. 2 of them are speaking at this annual conference currently. And one of them spoke at last year's annual conference, has become, a speaker, almost every year. That was Ziobi, Taiwa Akinlami, who is my mentor, and then my beloved, very beloved sister-in-law, who is a Yitayo Iyotin. These were people, I believe, that didn't even know what I was talking about, yet they just felt, if this small girl is saying that this thing, there's something in it, then we should actually listen and join her to push this out to the world. I met Ziobi online, and she was someone that I had followed, and I was enjoying the way she talks about, parenting her children, and she was the homeschooling queen. And then I approached her, and she said, "Oh, I love what you do, and I would like to be part of it." And then I approached. It was not so difficult to get my sister-in-law to get on the boat. She just said, we need together. Come, let's do it. And then it was Taiwo Akinlami. I had met Taiwo Akinlami, barrister Taiwo Akinlami, the preacher, at another conference. That was the very first online conference I had spoken at. And then I had met him and I listened to him, talk. And it was so obvious that there was something about this man that I wanted. So I immediately started to follow him, started to, meet him, started to connect with him. And when the mandate came, I had connected to barrister to a certain level. So I spoke to him, and then he said, "Yes, I'm going to do this with you." So there was it. 3 people and myself. and a TIP annual conference took place. 2018. What a journey. Who would have thought that today we're going to be doing TIP annual conference in this scale and magnitude? And when they spoke, it was like a something that had never happened before. That was even before the pandemic. 2018. People didn't know what online streaming, wasn't common and all of that. And after that conference, I knew that we'd be launched into a realm of not going back. So sometimes when I get tired and I say, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. And I remember, you have been launched into a realm of not going back. And then in 2019, the TIP annual conference became big. It moved from 3 speakers to 24 speakers in a year. What happened? In 2018, I had the TIP community in Facebook has started to grow, and it has grown to about 12,000 people in the community. And somehow we got the attention of the Facebook Inc., which is now Meta, and they reached out to me, and eventually I would become a Facebook global leader. We were 113 all over the world. And I became a Facebook global leader representing Abuja. We were only 3 in Nigeria. And that exposed me to global influence. I was able to meet people from all over the world who were playing in the same industry where I was playing. I was privileged to represent Africa at the 2019 Parenting Global Conference at the Facebook headquarters in California. And at that, forum, being engaged at that, level, I started to meet people from all over the world. I started to engage. And that was when I knew that the TIP conference mandate was a mandate to reach the globe. It wasn't a mandate to just reach Nigeria. The Bible says that you are the light of the world and the salt of the earth. So Nigeria is not the earth, neither is it the world. So we needed to reach the world. And the way to reach the world, the internet is a blessing. It's made it a blessing to be able to reach the world. And then it gave me access to people. And I started to, run and then connect with people at that level. And that was how we got into the global streaming level. That was how our conferences became something that we would do globally, having speakers from all over the world. That year, we had speakers from Germany, we had speakers from India, we had speakers from Jamaica, we had speakers from Australia. It was something else. It looked like we had broken the ceiling. It looked like, there was nothing more that was going to come. By the following year, which was 2019, our team in 2018 focused on parenting as a united front. Are we ready? In 2019, our team we explored parenting for a better future. And then by 2020, we began to dive deeper, creating a better world through parenting. And at the Better World Through Parenting, it was massive. We had 30 speakers. We had people, streaming live concurrently from all over the world. And it was an amazing experience. And we thought that the TIP annual conference had become yet bigger. And in 2021, we tackled Parenting Today for Tomorrow. That was the theme. Amazing outing. 32 speakers everywhere, very amazing. And we streamed online, having thousands of people watch, at each of the sessions. The interesting thing, by 2020, we explored the parenting advantage. Each of these team at the TIP annual conference has been given to us. None of them have come as something that, we just go out there and it's just, pick it there and just, work. One of my very close people, Pastor Wisdom Osiri, will say some things are taught, some things are caught. Wendy, what you do is caught. And believe you me, many of these things, they are caught. They are not particularly learned in that way that you think. Now, when we did the parenting advantage, it was, I don't know how to describe it. There were moments where I watched the Parenting Advantage and I just had tears in my eyes. By the time we were done at the Parenting Advantage, we had made 1.8 impressions on YouTube. And it's become, the TIP Annual Conference has become a place where parents actually clear schedule every year last week in July to be in attendance. People have taken leaves. People clear their schedule. People see that it's place to say, you know what, it's TIP Annual Conference in this year and we are going to clear it up. And this year, proudly, we present to you the TIP Annual Conference that is themed the battlefield of parenting. Now, with the tagline, parenting is war. People have asked, why this tagline? Why this, theme? Because I have come to a place where I've realized that whatever it is that we are fighting today, we don't finish fighting it, the next generation continues to fight it. The battles you don't fight today, the next generation continues to fight that battle. The battles you don't finish, the next generation carries it on. And I say in my words that parenting is war. How you fight is how you finish. Where you stop is where the next generation takes off from. The issues you don't fight today, your children are going to continue to fight it. The anger you don't fight today is, it just runs in our family. The healing you don't heal today, you leave it to the next generation to continue. So that is what the TIP Annual Conference this year is about. The battlefield of parenting. Parenting is war. We're not talking about physical war. We're talking about the psychological war, the spiritual war that is faced, the emotional war that is faced with us. And we are in super perilous times. When people ask me, do you think that parenting today, what's happening and all of that? And I say to them, what will come will come. It was Pastor Olakunle Shoyinro, who was the keynote speaker last year at the TIP Annual Conference, that said, what will come will come. It doesn't matter how much you battle with it. And I say, what has come has come. There's nothing we can do about it. What we can do about it is to get into safety. What the parents in the academy, the inner circle, will call the ark. Get into a system that preserves you. Right now is about preservation. It's about separation. We have come a long way since our humble beginnings. Our inaugural conference only had around 20 participants and enthusiastically engaging and sharing their experiences. Trust me, the way we are doing TIP Annual Conference this year is the way we have done it in 2018. All right, this event took place in our community, and that community was just about 5,000 people as at the time we streamed live in 2018. Today, we're streaming live with over 10,000 people who are registered, participating actively. We're streaming live on our community of over 20,000 people participating actively at this conference. Such an honor, such a blessing. And it is something that we do not take for granted. People say that what will be your greatest win? Every time they ask me, what will be your greatest win in TIP Annual Conference this year? And I repeat the same thing. We have entered into the grace of men. And that was 2 years ago, and I can tell you that we keep expanding on what the ministry of men means. We have been blessed by men. We have been blessed by people. We have been blessed by people who go extra mile to see that the TIP Annual Conference becomes a success every year. We have partners who have gone through a lot to be able to ensure that this conference comes to you at no charge. The TIP Annual Conference is to run with us solely funding. Right now we have partners who join us to fund the TIP Annual Conference so that people like you can have access to the TIP Annual Conference without having to pay money. But believe you me, you are paying something as well. You're paying attention. Attention is paid. You're paying with your time. You need to pay something to be able to gain for what it is that we have paid. We might have, committed financial resources to this. But then again, there is the part of your own commitment. If you don't do it, all of these becomes null and void. So I call on you participating today, that you take the TIP annual conference as the place, the mountain of answers. I like the way that the TIP Inner Circle parents have named the TIP annual conference the Parenting Shiloh of our time. You're looking for where you're going to get answers for your parenting journey. You are at the right place. So this is me. And I say, ladies and gentlemen, we warmly welcome you to the TIP Annual Conference 2023, themed the Battlefield of Parenting, with the tagline, Parenting is War. Together, we will continue to make a positive impact and shape the future of parenting. We're not relenting. We're here till the end of time. And as we fulfill this year's mandate to give you access to superior knowledge, we welcome you. Thank you. Sit back, enjoy it here. Make sure that you take out this wisdom and ensure that you use them on your journey. My name is Wendy Oluge, and I'm the founder of the Intentional Parent Academy. Congratulations to all of you.